I was born in Bromide, Oklahoma, in 23 May 1939. And I went to high school in Bromide, Oklahoma. Then I went to junior college in Tishomingo and joined the Army in 1961 in Ada, Oklahoma, and went into the 82nd Airborne Division. And I was trained as an infantryman in Fort Hood. I went in 61, of course I stayed till 91. During those 30 years I was a paratrooper for 30 years in different units. Started off with the 82nd. I went in with the 1st Infantry Brigade, the 173rd, into Vietnam in 65. Then I said, okay, I don't want to be in the 82nd anymore, I want to be in Special Forces. So I went to Special Forces and said, I want to be in the infantry. They said, nope, you're going to be a medic because we need medics. And they sent me to another year's training in the Special Forces medic. So I guess someone wanted me to be a medic, and I was a medic for the rest of my career. I was the first medic in Delta Force. I was 23 years in Special Forces, and then I got out in 1991, but I'd been in 3rd Special Forces, 5th Special Forces, 6th Special Forces, 1st Special Forces, and 10th Special Forces. At that time, I was in Delta Force. I was the senior medic in Delta Force. I was Sergeant Major then. But if you're in Delta or Special Forces, your rank don't mean anything. It's what you can do. And don't mean you might be a medic, but you're gonna, and there again, I was a medic, but I was also an infantry element leader in Sante. Same thing happened in Iran. We didn't have enough people in Delta to do it like they wanted to, the operators. But I was a medic working with a B squadron. There's 2 squadrons. And they said, well, Joplin, we don't have enough, so you're going to be an element leader again. And my element, just a few things to do, a few easy things. We went in first, 5 of us. 2 of them split down one street to clear it. 3 of us was left. The 3 of us had to take out 2 outposts, blow a hole in the wall so that they could bring the prisoners out through that hole so they wouldn't have to be grazing fire down the street. Go across the street, of course that wasn't about a 100-pound charge, you know, below that wall. Across the street, blow a lock off of a gate so they could take them in where the helicopters are going to land. Go in there, there's 3 of us now, go in there, clear all the people's living in there, the bleachers, clear that out, blow all the flagpoles down so they could land. And that was just minor things we had to do that night, you know. But we landed in Desert 1 and you had a big dust storm. Choppers went down and there wasn't enough of us to go forward, so we couldn't do it. And then we had to go home then. A lot of people don't realize in Special Forces Hall of Fame, it's not just about valor. It's about service to the people. At that time, I think I was the 30-something that was inducted. Now there's probably 100. I'm the only man, active duty, that was on Sante and Iran. There was one that was civilian that went to Iran. I'm the only one that made Sante, Iran, and Grenada raid. You remember that? The only one. And that's what people talk about, the big things. But the best soldiers I have ever seen was like in 1965 in Vietnam, on your right and left, all they get is a body bag and a Purple Heart. They're dead, nobody wrote them up, and they did more. I watched them do more. I've seen them get hit by crossfire machine guns, doing great things, taking hills and things. It's not like charge, it's the little guys getting up the hills. It takes those hills. I was 50 meters from a guy that got the Medal of Honor. In 65, I was in a platoon with another one that got it. But there was many more that did as much or more, not even written about. That's the ones that I appreciate. I want to work with those battalion level and those young troops. That's who needs the help to get started, you know. Not talk down to them, talk with them. That's what I think is more important.